All right, so I told everybody I was going to do a review of the skid plate that I got. So I'm just going to jump directly into it. All right, so this is I think the brand was like, oh yeah, I'm moving my thing. You're not going to be able to hear me. The brand was a Kawafu or something like that off Amazon. It's basically a direct copy of the TRD offer or TRD Pro, whatever, TRD aluminum skid plate. Okay, there are some minor differences. One of them being the color, one of them being the vents, and one of them being the fact that it does not have the TRD logo on it, obviously. Um, but other than that, it seems like about as good of a plate as you could get. We'll go under the truck now and we'll talk about it. And yeah, I'll explain a little bit of the things in the install that I ran into and some things I noticed. So let's go under there. All right, so we're under here, right? We're looking at the front of the truck, all right? So we'll just work from the front back. So the very first thing is just ignore the instructions. Follow my directions, ignore those instructions. There's another guy that's put a video up. He's got pretty good instructions, but I think he skipped a couple things. And, there's just a couple things that I wanted to clarify a little bit with what he did. So first of all, in the front of the skid plate, you're going to have to, the very first thing you got to do, obviously, take off your factory one just like you normally would, and then you're going to remove your tow hooks. It's two 17-millimeter bolts, okay? Now, you can see up there, the front of this aftermarket skid plate is notched for just the front bolts on the tow hook. What the other guy said to do is to leave those, once you remove the tow hooks, put that front bolt back in, and slip the front of the skid plate over that in order to help hold it up while you thread the other bolts in. That didn't work with me because it makes it too difficult to actually kind of maneuver it. So those bolts are irrelevant. They're very easy to get lined back up after the rest of the skid plate is in. So I just took my tow hooks off, leave them off, have them be the very last thing you put on. And have them also be the very last thing you tighten once you ensure that the bolts that go, the bolt holes in the skid plate that are designed for the bolts for the tow hooks go, line up properly with the frame. Okay. So again, first step, take all the old factory skid plate off, then take your tow hooks off. Then the next thing is the skid plate has got 6 or 7 actually mounting points for its bolts. So it's going to go, you can see that bolt there and that bolt there. Those are the factory mounting points. So in your instructions, those are going to be the shortest 2 bolts. Then the order of it is going to go bolt, then washer, okay? And then there is a short, fat, stubby aluminum spacer. That goes over that. And then there's a little spacer keeper to hold it all in place when you put it up. That's that install, okay? Obviously, there's your plate. Don't put that on until the end. That's super easy, though. Then you're going to have your second bolts. These also go in factory mounting point locations for the factory base model TRD skid plate. So these bolts are going to be characterized as this. They are long and the skinnier long bolts, okay? There are fatter long bolts. These are skinnier long bolts. So the order of this operation is going to go skinny long bolt, okay? Washer on the outside, as you can see. And then on the inside, it's going to be long, skinny spacer, long, fat spacer. Okay, so we got long, skinny bolt, washer, long, fat spacer, okay? And then the little keeper to hold it all in place. Those are true, I will call them spacers. They actually space the bolt off the frame. You want them installed as you're putting it up in place. You'll see it once you get it up in there. It's pretty obvious what needs to be done. Then you're going to have the center bolt. So this is going to be an Allen-headed bolt, stainless steel Allen-headed bolt, as you can see, okay? And that is going to have no spacer. It is just a bolt. Well, it does have a spacer, but it's a bolt and a big square jack point support, basically. You'll see how that goes. There's 2 little nubs. You can see the nubs. There's a nub there, and then there's a nub there. And those are designed to be a locator to keep that jack point in place, so that can only go one way. Okay, so that's going to go up in, and then that long, skinny bolt's going to go up through that and into a factory skid plate mounting point. Okay, again, keeping in mind, do not strip that bolt out. It's very small. it's going to be very easy to strip out. All right, now we're moving back. So now we go back to the final bolts. So these are the ones that are a bit of a pain in the butt. In order to better demonstrate this, I'm going to kind of flip us here, and we're going to go this way so we're not upside down. All right, so pardon my feet. Was this a good idea? Maybe it wasn't. All right, so these are the final most bolts in the back, okay? So the way these go, and the other guy did not do a good job of explaining this, and I'm going to try to do a better job. This is a long, thick bolt, okay, with a fat head on it. Okay, so you got a wide head, all right? Then this comes with an angled spacer, a washer, and a thin, long spacer, okay? So the way this gets mounted in, once you have all of your bolts up front lined up and everything, okay, and started to be threaded, so the skid plate's being held up. So right now, the way you'll be putting these in is you're going to have just those front 5 bolts started, the threads as little as they can be so that they hold everything up. Your tow hooks are not going to be in place. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come up in here. This is going to be hanging down. You know, you can see my finger. This is going to be hanging down there probably somewhere. You are going to take the spacer. The spacer just goes between this subframe, you know, here and the bolt, okay? So the spacer isn't really holding the pan down. It's really just a spacer so that you don't crush the frame, okay? So basically, that is going to go, bolt is going to go up to the bottom, okay? Very simple. Bolt goes through the bottom, comes out the top. And then you're going to take your spacer, which is a long spacer, and you're going to stick it up in there, and it's going to drop down through the frame, okay? Once that is on, then you are going to take your angled spacer. And I don't know if you can see the angle of it, but the thicker side of it is right there. So that's the thicker side. The thicker side faces in. Okay, so that's going to go on, and then your nut is going to go on, and then you're going to snug that up just a little bit, you know, just take the threads off so that it stays in place. The other side is exactly the same thing. Okay, so exactly the same thing. It's going to go, bolt's going to go up to the top, hold it there, stick your spacer down over the top of the bolt, then your angled your angled spacer, you can see the thick side is to the inside. Okay, so again, thick side to the inside, and then nut goes on top. And those spacers in that are basically just so that when you tighten it down, it doesn't you know, crush the frame. So that's the install. I'm gonna get up underneath the truck because it's freaking hot. That's the install on it. Okay, and then once all of that is done and those bolts are snugged up, okay, or not snugged up, but once they're all in place and they've all got some threads started and they're all holding the skid plate up, then you're gonna come over here and you're gonna put your tow hooks, you know, start them, getting them threaded. For me, I had to bend that skid plate up quite a bit in order to get those bolts to line up because those bolts are short. You could avoid that by just running, you know, getting a set of longer bolts. I didn't do that. There was no need for it. But just know you're gonna fight with that just a little tiny bit. Just a little tiny bit. It's not a big deal. Okay, if you're doing this install yourself, you'll be all right. Biggest thing with this, just be careful. Don't over tighten stuff. These bolts do not need to be that tight. You know, I mean, like 10 foot-pounds is probably a lot for the front ones. Honestly, it's probably a lot for all of them. There's no need for them to be any tighter. The skid plate holds some force on them downward, so they're not going to come loose, okay? And then obviously you got your little hole there, okay? And the nice thing for me that I like about this is the factory TRD skid plate that I was on this truck. You know, it's got those little ears right there, right here. This got little ears that come up and cover that. Well, every time I turn inboard, these are 33-ish tires. I think they measure out to like a 33 and a half. When you turned in, it would rub on that. Now, because that's hunched up there, doesn't rub anymore. The other thing with this plate that's nice, you still have full access to your diff drain plugs and all that good stuff, which you can't see because my camera sucks. All right, so, yeah. So, like I said, the pros of this plate, it's a lot cheaper than the DRD factory one. I can't figure out a con to it. It's aluminum, but it doesn't have any more cons than any other aluminum plate, right? So aluminum, the issue you're going to run into with aluminum is unlike steel, it's going to have a tendency to kind of catch on rocks more than it's going to slide over them. So what you're going to end up doing is you're going to wreck your aluminum plate way sooner than you wreck a steel plate. I wasn't going to show you guys this because I really don't want to make a video on this. There's plenty of videos on this. I'm doing a Calazio seat cover install right now. I know I went with those. I'm not really sure if I love them yet. I'll have to see. They might be a little too gaudy for my taste. But, yeah. So, that's what we got going on. So, anyway, if you want to like, comment, and subscribe, I'm sure a lot of you guys are off the TRD forum and all that stuff. If you need anything, let me know. I've done a lot to this truck. I'm kind of a gearhead, so this thing's like pretty set up as far as like it's like the greatest hits for the budget Tundra good build. All right, if anybody's got any more questions, let me know. Other than that, have a good day.